So some of you may remember we started a thing 4 years ago to commemorate our 150th anniversary called the Archive Collection, where we take a number of classic shoes from across the years out of the archive and recreate them literally stitch for stitch. So this is the latest one. It's called shoe number 9, and it's based on a boot that I found on eBay a couple of years back, 1930s. Toe cap boot, classic work boot with a chunky leather sole. We've recreated literally everything about it. Even on the inside, we have the original logo from the 1930s stamped on the inside of the leg. It now fits into our archive collection, which is available on the website, and there are some really beautiful shoes on there that I think sometimes a lot of people don't even notice, but there's a early 1900s boot. There's an army boot that was made for the Second World War. There's some really amazing things on there, all made in our factory in Northamptonshire. So check out the archive collection, and in particular, check out shoe number 9. So this is Earl and Anton. They're brothers, shoe and a boot. The key feature is the mudguard that goes around the outside, and this is in rubberized leather. It's got this special kind of rubberized treatment to it, which is really nice. This one's in sand suede. Also, both come in the black suede with the black rubberized. Anton also has this little rubberized disc on the ankle as well. They both come on our extra light sole, which is fantastic, great for grip, but amazingly you can't tell, but it looks heavy, but it's actually incredibly light, so they're really comfortable to wear. So that's Earl and Anton. So this is one of my real favourites of the season. Basically, we took Brady and we took Nanette, and we took away all of the speed hiking lacing down the front, and instead we put a front zip and we put a side zip in, and then we lined it in shearling. So it's an incredible, perfect winter boot, still with the lightweight X-Lite sole and with all the styling of Nanette and Brady. They actually look like a granny boot from the 1970s, but they're actually based on a Scandinavian curling boot. And a lot of kids in Scandinavia would have a zip boot that was shearling lined, keep them by the back door, and they'd go out and play with their friends and unzip them and go out straight in, straight out. So it's kind of a curling boot, it's kind of a granny boot, but it's called Zebedee and it's called Zadie, and it's based on Brady and Nanette. So some of you may know that we have a little collection called the London Collection, which is where we recreated really classic English city type shoes. And what we did was we made them closed channel soles with a beautiful sole. We hand painted the sole in a certain colour. We even hand painted the linings to match the outside colour on the sole. And we basically took iconic styles. This is called Harrow, and he is the famous English wingtip, full wingtip Oxford, 5 eyelet Oxford. He's actually made out of bookbinder leather, which is this high shine, beautiful high shine leather, in amber and dark brown. In England, this would be a correspondent shoe. In America, it would be called a spectator shoe, but basically the same thing, the two-tone effect. So here's the latest version of our famous boot, Fred. He has a brother called Archie who comes in exactly the same colours, and this version is 3 different colours of bookbinder leather. He's really gorgeous boot. He's got the lovely lightweight sole, so he looks really heavy, but he's actually really comfortable and really light. So this is Dexter. He's the latest in our wide welt collection, and as you can see, we have a very wide last with a nice extended welt on it to show off the Goodyear welted process. He's actually a form of monkey boot, probably from the 60s originally. Grenson used to do a lot of them. And this particular one, Dexter, comes in this gorgeous snuff suede. Snuff suede is very much a classic English colour, and that's him. He's got the hook and eyes at the top, and he's a really lovely, quirky looking shoe. Very comfortable and really gorgeous to wear. That's Dexter. So the preppy look is back, and that means the penny loafer. This is our penny loafer. This is Peter for men, Philippa for women. This black calf, classic black calf, very simple, no fancy details, just how 1940s preppy penny loafer would have looked. Same for the women. This one is actually, I picked it out because it's in this beautiful, soft, tumbled grain calf leather. Really comfortable to wear, really lovely. Slightly chunkier sole, leather sole on both of them, and that's our penny loafers. So here's a first for Grenson, the first ever Grenson slipper. We've made a moccasin style slipper. We've made them out of really gorgeous materials. So this is calf suede, lined with shearling. It's a moccasin, as I say, fully lined, and then it's got a leather outsole as a little bit of protection. Comes in two colours, the snuff suede with the natural shearling lining, and then the black with the black lining, both available for men and for women. So the first ever Grenson slipper.